Hey everyone, it's Cass here. We'll do a quick pistol review on the Walther PK380. Just to show you real quick, it is unloaded. Nothing in the chamber. Nothing in the magazine. Actually have to drop that. Drop the slide. No big deal. As far as a company goes, Walther is great. They've been around for quite some time, have several good weapons, including the P22, which is almost identical to this, 22 long rifle pistol. Works great. Takes a little high-end ammo, a little picky, just like this one, but I'll get into that a little later. It's a stand-up company. They've treated me well, but as far as this gun goes, it's just not that great. I like it. It is what it is. It's a cheap, affordable, small, carry option. It's not. I wouldn't use it as like a go-to-war gun, but it is an option. As far as like I was mentioning, I've carried it in my pocket, on my belt, in the waistband, etc. In a backpack. I wouldn't. This is not really that great at being concealed because it is rather square, and the sights they're pretty jagged. They'll hang up on stuff, and it's just not very smooth, which is typically what you want when you're carrying. It is pretty decent overall. As far as value goes, this is I paid $300 for this used. It's a pretty cheap gun. You can kind of hear it rattling around a bit, especially when it's not that well built. The tolerances just aren't there, which is kind of what you want. You don't, like I said, it is what it is. As far as size and weight goes, it's 5.2 inches tall. Its overall length is 6.5 inches. The barrel length is 3.66. Capacity is 8 plus 1, 1 in the chamber, 8 in the magazine. Weighs about 19.4 ounces, just over 20-something with loaded fully. Let's see. Like I said, it's a 380. It's not going to drop just about anybody. It'll do what you need it to do for sure. I don't really like getting into the argument of I like my 45, I like my 9mm 380's a wimpy round. I don't care. I'm not out there to go killing everybody. I'm just there to protect myself. Accuracy, I did have some trouble with this. It fits well in the hand. It shoots great. It feels good. It just doesn't shoot that well. Like with the tolerances, the barrel moves a lot, and I just feel like it just doesn't shoot that straight. It just doesn't feel good. You can be pretty consistent with it, but it's just not super accurate. It's not bad, but it's not super accurate. As far as ergonomics go, this is one of the best grips I've ever seen in my life. It just right in the hand. It's just perfect. Without this little magazine base, it would be fucking awful, but with that there, it's just right in there. It fits great. It's wonderful. The controls, I like the lower magazine release. The H&Ks use a similar release style. It's got the ambidextrous safety up here. The sights are pretty decent. Standard 3-dot white sights there. Let's see if we can get that. There you go. Not too bad. Single action, double action trigger. Trigger pull is mediocre. It's not fantastic, but it's not good. Versatility, like I was saying, it's fun to shoot for sure. It's a great first gun. Not a ton of recoil. It's an option. It's not something that I would personally go after being my main defense. I'm actually trying to ditch it. I mean, it's good. I'm just tired of paying for 380 ammo when I could get 9mm for nearly half the cost. I'm going to step it up to 9mm, which is actually very, very similar, around the same diameter. It's just a little bit longer. The field strip on this thing is a goddamn nightmare. You put a little key into this hole here. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, there's a little hole there. You put that in there, you twist it, and that unlocks it, and you drop the little bar here. You drop this down, and then you can take the slide off. My main problem with this is that the recoil spring in here is not captive. Thus, it's a huge pain in the ass to get back together. You know, it's a really long spring, and you have to compress it, you know, pretty far, and then shove it in the slide. It's just not fun. It's a pain in the ass. I mean, I'll do a review on this at some other point. My Desert Eagle is easy as hell to put back together. This thing takes no time at all. Whereas this is a big ordeal to clean. Again, not a great point. Let's see here. As far as competitors, there's not really anything, you know, in this market, this 380 that's this big. Maybe like a 82, or excuse me, an 84 FS from Beretta. That's maybe similar. There are some others that might kind of fall into this category, but not necessarily this cheap, and not this same design. There are things like the CZ83, which is slightly different, but I would honestly pick that over something like this. Reliability, I have had some issues with this. It does not feed the cheap ammo. Like, I tried this stuff called Herders. I got it from Cabela's, and it's crap. It wouldn't feed. It was having trouble cycling, and this was a used gun. It had been broken in. You know, once I started using stuff with a little bit more punch to it, you know, Winchester White Box, Aguila, Fiachi, etc., it's fed everything. Hollow points, you know, Full Metal Jacket, etc. It's fed everything since then. So, you know, I don't know if I've worked the kinks out with the gun, or if it's, you know, the ammo I've been choosing. I've shot everything through it. You know, high power, well, quote unquote high power 380, the plus P stuff, hollow points, Full Metal Jacket, a lot of target rounds. I've probably got about 1,500, 1,600 rounds through this thing, no problem. That was after the initial, I don't know, 30 jams out of 75 rounds, which is effing ridiculous. Overall, not an awful pistol, not a great choice. It's really good for, you know, first starters. You want to get somebody into an auto pistol, a semi-automatic pistol, maybe somebody with small hands because of that grip. Again, really nice grip. Backstrap fits really well in your hand. You know, if you want to get somebody started, this is a solid gun. I wouldn't take it to war, but hey, you know, some people might really like it. Another thing I wanted to touch on before I forget, there have been some issues. I don't know if you can see those marks on the barrel. That's actually a good condition barrel as far as, you know, PK380s go. There have been issues with the slide just digging into the barrel on some people's weapons, which is absolutely awful. And Walther says it's normal. I don't know if I like that, but you know, I haven't really experienced that problem, so it's not a big deal for me. You know, that being said, thanks for watching. Walther PK380 gets a thumbs up.